Hello YouTube, it is ChampionDJK coming at you again with another video, and today we're going to take a look at some more models by DCT, or Diecast Team. Now these are 4 older ones. I've been kind of chipping away at the castings, all the castings that this company has put out. This is a China brand. Sometimes you'll find some licensing info, sometimes you won't. My guess is the Toyota. Yeah, Toyota's going to have some licensing info. So this one will have some licensing info, and then these two likely unlicensed is my guess. We're going to open up the Toyotas first. We'll start with this Toyota Corolla Levin 1983. So these are wrapped in plastic, but I think that's by whoever the AliExpress seller is my guess. Maybe not, I'm not sure. But it's got like this sticker on it and stuff. If you haven't seen these before, this would be like, I think, the 3rd time that I've shown castings by this company. They're pretty decent. I think they're made by the same company that makes GCD. They're like the more affordable line. So I believe that is the case. That could totally be inaccurate, but I believe it is the case. So they come in this cardboard with texture. I think their newer box though is different. So I have shown a couple of the newer cars, and it's a different design than this. Well, same sort of acrylic case and cardboard, but the art on it is different. There you go, right there, Diecast Team. Some sort of Transformers logo is almost what that looks like. It's got the quintessential line drawing of the casting on the side, which is very, very typical of these Chinese brands, that they will put this somewhere, some sort of line drawing of the casting. And then we get this pretty decent acrylic case. It says Diecast Team on the bottom, and the car is not screwed onto the platform. It has just a blister inside that kind of holds the car in place. So go ahead, they're easy to remove. You just pop that out, and actually I'm going to set this aside with this little insert. It's nice though, easy to take in and out, and of course it's got its storage solution right along with it, and a display solution too. That's the only thing when you put these blisters in there, kind of difficult to get them to display. I guess if you wanted to, you could kind of store that somewhere, and then maybe if you wanted to, you could just set the car on here and then display it. And I think these things stack pretty decent. We'll find out once we get another one out of the package. But here is your Toyota Levin, and it looks to be pretty good. We have a tire that's slightly off the rim. Kind of fix that a little bit. It rolls. This one has a plastic base, is what it appears. I'm pretty sure that's plastic. It's a hard plastic, but it's plastic. I think that's plastic. Yeah, it's got to be plastic. It's screwed together. Casting is screwed together, so you could easily take it apart and make some adjustments if it's got issues. The glass is fairly clear, not the best. Detail-wise, we got inserted headlights. We've got inserted taillights. That's pretty nice. And we've got these details on the side. It's nice, kind of metal flake green, bright on the side. And it's kind of a cool little car. I would have preferred it in more of like a basic color, not with the graphics on the side, if it just would have been basic. But out of the options that were available to me on AliExpress, I thought this was probably the coolest looking one out of all of them. So that's why I picked this one. Kind of cool. The tires look like they're stretched. But yeah, it's a nice looking little car. Not bad. I mean, decent detail. These things are cheap too. This particular one I think is pretty darn cheap to get this casting. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, so I do apologize for that, but you can look them up and check them out, and you can see how much they are. They're probably available on eBay as well, but I found them on AliExpress, and I think it's decent. It looks all right. All right, let's go to the other one here. This is the Toyota, what is it, BB? I think here this was a Scion, right? Scion XB or something like that, if I remember correctly. Let's get that plastic off of there. Oh, still some of the sticker on here. Oh, well, that's going to be irritating to remove. Oh, that is very, yeah, whatever. I'll get it out. I'll get that off of there, off camera. So Toyota BB 2000. Again, this one appears to be licensed by Toyota. So by appearances, we have an actual legitimately licensed product. I'm trying to pull it out here. This one's really tight. Really tight in here. Come on. What is going on with this one? There we go. And again, this is held together by some stickers or some tape. Take that off, and then I gotta get that little sticky crap off of there, which is gonna take some Goo Gone or lighter fluid or something. Usually helps to get that out, off of there. We'll have to do that. All right. Again, decent plastic base, just a sticker on here telling you what it is. Blister to hold the car, and then of course the display case. We can see if these are stackable now. So we will check that out. I don't think I ever really did. And yeah, fits right on perfectly, and that's good. So if you wanted to display these, you'd be able to do that quite easily. All right, so here's your Scion or Toyota BB, and rolls okay. This one is also a plastic base, metal body, fair amount of detail. Inserted details for headlights, inserted details for taillights that are actually like color blocked. That's pretty cool. Just up here is just black for the sunroof. There's no actual glass there. They just graphicked it on. And again, the windows are not that clear. I mean, they're pretty clear, but not the best. Not the best that I've seen. Rubber tires with brake calipers and discs on the inside, but the disc and caliper rotates with the wheel, so it's not like a separate piece on this particular one. Not bad though, and again, I think this is an earlier model. These are all four of these I think are pretty early in the Diecast Team's releases, including this next one. So this one is a Maserati, right? GranTurismo MC Stradale. And we're going to go ahead and open this one up. And again, that line drawing, this one I do not believe is licensed. Get this plastic wrap off. Get that out of the way. Pop that out of there. Get our stickers off here. And open her up. Plastic base. I wanted to say some of the newer models I thought had a metal base, but I could be wrong. So I would say these are actually, you know, if you're watching this video, go to the import diecast playlist. This one's got suspension. Do these other ones have suspension? I can never remember which brands actually try to integrate. This one does have suspension as well. And so does this one. So they got a suspension system. I know, and I've taken these apart before. So that is legit. Like these, and I think JKM also sort of have like a suspension thing going on. Some cheap like plastic thing in there. But it is there, and it's kind of cool. So these are probably the worst models you can possibly get, just because they're the oldest. And I think they've improved their processes over time. So you got to insert a detail for taillight on this one. Maserati logo looks, you know, okay. Looks a little blobby. And then you've got some sort of insert for the headlight. That looks okay. Window glass looks pretty clear. This one rolls really nice and smooth. Again, plastic base. It's screwed together. It's got some detail under here for the exhaust, which is kind of neat. And all in all, not a bad looking model, but again, not their best work. So I would highly recommend you check out my other videos regarding the DCT line, because there's been some pretty cool stuff that they've put out. Some pretty neat items. I would say, so DCT and JKM are the two brands that are somewhat similar in price on AliExpress. And I'm going to say that the JKM brand, I think, has put out cooler stuff altogether, in my opinion. I've kind of liked their stuff maybe a little bit better, but kind of similar type of quality. They're not like super premium, but they're not, you know, not bad by any means either. They're highly detailed models, but they're not like super ultra premium detailed models like, you know, like Tomica Limited Vintage, or, you know, the actual GCD line. Stuff like that is a little bit more premium. All right, next we got an Alfa Romeo Giulia GTM. This will be kind of cool because I got the BBR casting next to me here that we can compare it to. So same deal with this one, right? Same sort of setup. Go ahead and remove that. Pop it out of here. And take a peek. This one's got some tire alignment, our tires coming off the rims. So we'll fix that real quick. This one also has like the disc brakes in there. They didn't even bother to do the caliper, which is probably good because it rotates with the wheel. So plastic base again, pretty cheap feeling plastic base. The car looks pretty decent. You got some taillight details, headlight details. The details up front are pretty, yeah, not the greatest, right? Not the greatest there, if we're honest, which we are. But overall, I mean, it looks pretty good. Here is in comparison. So this would be a more premium version of this car. This is BBR, which I believe these are produced actually by Mini GT. And you can see we got some sharper details. We got that carbon fiber in there. We got that little Alfa Romeo logo, which is pretty good looking up there. And here you can see it's lacking quite a bit of detail up in the front. And then in the back, although this is probably almost double the price, okay? So you got to ask yourself, is it worth double the price if you like this car? Yeah, probably it is, but you get like that Alfa logo back there. You get the more detail in the taillights, tailpipe, carbon fiber detailing again. The wings got carbon fiber detailing. Scale-wise, they are both pretty much right on. So pretty much bang on with each other, which is something we would expect from brands that kind of tout to be 1/64 scale. The wheels look a lot better too on this version. You actually got the Alfa, or at least an attempt at the logo on the center cap thing of the wheel. So altogether, this is a much sharper, cleaner looking model and a lot better than this one. But that being said, this ain't that bad either. This also has suspension where the other one doesn't, and it's got an attempt at a disc brake, which the other one doesn't. So kind of an interesting look there. It does roll looks pretty good mirror-wise. I didn't even look at the sizes of the mirrors. The mirrors are pretty much the same size, pretty good. These are a softer, actually no, these are actually hard plastic on this one. And, of course, the graphics are a little bit different and all that stuff. So actually, you know, now looking at it like this is a little bit smaller than the BBR. It's actually a lot easier to see when you put it on its nose here. So it's a little bit shorter, and it's a little bit narrower as well. So altogether, this one's a little smidge smaller than this particular car. Do I know which is closer to 1/64 scale? No, I'm not going to get out a caliper to try to measure it, to try to tell you what it is. You guys will have to let me know. Some people have said that Mini GT tends to run a little big. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not. I don't know. I've never tried to verify it. But if you're going to cost save, you think you'd make things smaller. But I don't know. But there you have it. All right, that is some DCT models for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this little video here. And again, it's not their best work. So if you don't think these models are good enough to buy, maybe give my other videos a chance where I focused on this brand, take a look at those castings, and then maybe formulate a decision as whether or not you think it'd be worth it. I know they make some pretty cool cars that I've shown on here that I've really been impressed with. These are not necessarily it, but I did get these because they were cheap, and I thought, you know, I'm going to add to my collection of these cars. And, you know, I don't regret it. They're still pretty cool, and I think they're worth the price that you pay. So, pretty decent little stuff here. All right, you guys let me know what you think. Thank you guys very much for watching. You all have a good day.